Hello, my name is Sophia and welcome back to the Mind Palace. Today I'm going to share a story with you that has a profound lesson. And it's a story that I continually find myself going back to whenever I find myself in a situation where my first reaction is probably not my best reaction. Now, my sister's psychology professor shared the story with her, and then my sister shared it with me, and now I'm going to share it with you. So here it goes. One day, my sister's professor, we'll call her Jennifer for the story, had lunch plans with a few friends in Main Street, Unionville. She took her mom's car and drove over there in a rush because she was running late, parked in the easiest and most convenient spot available, and went over to the restaurant. After about an hour and a half, Jennifer returned to find a nasty message written in permanent marker on her mom's car. "You bitch, you this, you that," it exclaimed, basically explaining how much of an arrogant and entitled person she must have been to park so carelessly. Now, the man that had left this lovely message for her was also in the parking lot, waiting. As he approached in a very angry and hostile way, he explained how he was not able to leave because of the way that she had parked. Now, at this point in the story, I want you to just pause and maybe ask yourself, how would you have reacted? There's no right or wrong answer here. The more honest you can be with yourself, the better. If I'm being completely transparent with you guys, I probably would have freaked out at the guy. I mean, I think it's like every kid's worst nightmare to permanently damage your parents' car. And I would just be thinking about my mom's face and could this even come out? Would she make me pay for it? And in my fear, I definitely would have lashed out at this guy and giving him a good helping of attitude. But Jennifer, being a psychology professor, handled this a lot better than I would have. Instead of looking at the man and seeing an angry, crazy lunatic who had targeted her, she recognized that his reaction had nothing to do with her. She asked herself how long he had been waiting there. I mean, maybe he had something to do that day. And what else could be going on in his life that had made him act so irrationally? Once she chose to separate herself from the situation and to separate herself from her immediate emotions, she was able to look at this man in an entirely new light. In this moment, Jennifer chose to see the man in the light of compassion, instead of looking at him through the lens of her own pride and her own ego. In this moment, a miracle happened. One of my greatest mentors, Marianne Williamson, would have called this the holy instant, because this is the moment that the outcome of the situation changed in an unexpected and magical way. After the man finished his rant, Jennifer replied, "I'm really sorry. I had no idea that this wasn't a proper parking spot, and I apologize for any inconveniences that it might have caused you. But is there any way you know how to get this marker off? Because this isn't my car." By adding a little bit of humor to the conversation, the man's attitude completely changed. Not only did he show her how to get it off, he went and got some spray and a cloth and wiped it off himself and apologized for the message that he had left. I love this story so much because it truly demonstrates the way that your reaction can change the outcome of a situation. When Jennifer took a pause and she decided to shift her perspective, she brought an entirely new energy to the situation, which opened up the doors for resolution. The truth is that we don't see situations as they are. We see them as we are. The man reacted out of anger and ego because he felt that whoever had parked in the spot was obviously entitled, arrogant, and out to get him. When in reality, Jennifer was just in a rush and didn't know any better. You see, the man had created this entire story in his head, and although it wasn't true, it dictated the way that he reacted. Now, in the same way, Jennifer could have seen that message and created an entire story about what an arrogant prick this guy must have been. But instead, she chose to pause, shift to a place of understanding and compassion, which evoked the best possible outcome for both parties. You see, when she changed, he changed. We are all connected on a subconscious level. The way that you feel and think about someone else directly impacts the way that they treat you and the relationship that you have with them. It's all energy, and we are intuitively designed to be able to pick up energies around us, whether you're consciously aware of it or not. I encourage you to practice the miracle moment in your daily life. It truly is as simple as choosing compassion over anger. Choosing to see others as human beings who have their own filters, their own fears, and their own frustrations, and not simply for what they have done to you. And most importantly, choosing to treat others with love, regardless of whether you deem them deserving or not. Because after all, who are you to decide? Thank you so much for watching, and this is your reminder to enjoy every precious moment. For more videos like this one, follow @themindpalace.ca on Instagram, like @themindpalace.ca on Facebook, and subscribe to the Mind Palace channel on YouTube.